Hey everybody, it's Monday evening. It's going on 6:30, the 28th of July. Beautiful blue sky. We had a rain for about half an hour to an hour right before I was going to go for a walk. Around 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's why my wife decided not to come with me. She doesn't like to get her hair wet. I guess she puts a lot of work into it, and she doesn't like she usually has to wash or something. I guess it gets too wet for her. So So I keep speaking Thai here and not Lao. I'm still not used to speaking Lao. I haven't been practicing much since I got here. I am listening though. So so I just uploaded a video that I took today, couple clips from yesterday and today. And in the video earlier, I'm talking about the baby at home, and I'm in a dilemma because I said that I never had a baby, I never wanted a baby. And now we have a baby, you know, she's a little less than 2 years old. I think she's a year and a half, maybe. I don't know, a year and a half. So she's walking and not talking yet. She's a cute baby. She's still very intimidated by me. Very distant. I say, why is she so, I mean, she sees the difference, I guess. I look different compared to the rest of her family, and I just you know, I have nothing personal against her or her sister. I love them. I love her sister. You know, her sister's a great worker. She lives with us. She's been taking care of our house for about 8 years. So just to give you a little background as to where my thinking process. So this is a process for me. I'm in transition to retirement, and part of that retirement is returning to Laos. So just to give a little background to that, because I know it probably it could sound harsh to some people, but my wife and I, we bought that house in December 2017, 5 months before I left for Bangkok. So we only lived in it for a couple months when we moved into it, before I had to leave for Bangkok. And then eventually she was going back and forth a lot between Bangkok and Laos. She owned a restaurant, but then eventually she ended up staying with me, mostly because of COVID. COVID shut everything down, you know. So I was only visiting my house for holiday like two times a year, for Lao New Year and for Christmas and New Year's, and for about a year and a half until COVID started. So, you know, we still have stuff in suitcases. You know, when we moved into the house, we have a couple things up on the wall. You know, things have been kind of just thrown in places. So we've not really lived in it, and we've not really done anything to it except the bare minimum maintenance. And you know, so during COVID, we didn't come back for 3 years, literally 3 years, until we were allowed to come and visit, till everything opened up. So we were stuck in Bangkok for 3 years, and then when we came back, you know, then I still only visited every 2 to 6 months. So my house, I have not lived in it. I'm giving a very long-winded explanation of it because I think it's really important. I'm trying to process this, you know, why I'm a little frustrated now with all these people in my house. I've never really lived in my own house, and I'm just frustrated that every time I come back, her family wants to visit us. So I get very few days by myself in the house with my wife. I get very few days of solitude. in the house. And that's all I want. And it's been like that for 8 years now. Every time I come home, her parents or family comes to visit, and they stay for 2-3 weeks. I love them, but I wouldn't be, and they're just around. They're quiet. They're beautiful people. But I mean, sometimes you just want to have your own house to yourself. And I've not had my house in 8 years. So now we got this baby. This baby that's 1.5 years old. And it's really hard because her sister takes care of everything. I mean, just no complaints, nothing. I mean, just amazing. We absolutely adore her. She loves me like a brother. And so she had this baby, and she doesn't want to live with the father of the baby, who is on the other side of the border. I don't want to get too much into their business, but she doesn't want to live there. And I keep telling Di, she's going to have to live with her. She should be with the father. And she said, oh, maybe when she's big enough, old enough for school. But I mean, it's going to be 3 or 4 more years. That's going to be 3 or 4 more years. And I'm like, now I'm coming back into early retirement, and I can't even settle. And how am I going to settle into my house? Baby proofing. I'm going to have a baby proofed house for the next, how long does that last? You got a kid who's going to everything she touches, she puts in her mouth. She grabs anything. She takes it out here, she grabs everything. And then I'm automatically put it in her mouth. So cupboards are tied and things are up off the ground, and I can't I lay something down and then it's moved, and then I gotta find it, especially when I want it to, but I didn't have a baby. I never wanted a baby. And now I've got this dilemma of a lady I really love. She's extremely useful for us in the house. She's not a sponge. She takes care of everything. She doesn't complain. I pay her better than she would get as a laborer, out somewhere working in a restaurant. Plus, she gets to work in the house. She can have her baby around, So it's like she's living like a princess in a certain way, for what she would have to be doing otherwise. She's got a really good situation here. And I'm just, I don't know what to do, because I don't want to come back in December and January and have a baby in the house. Having to live in my house that I paid for to live in with my wife, and I gotta live around a baby that's not mine. So I just don't know what to do. When I break there's only been a couple things that I brought up, things with Da about this, and I brought this up a couple times, and she keeps saying, oh, we'll see. So I don't know. I don't feel angry about it. I am a little anxious about it, because I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get used to her being around. Maybe I'll just get used to it. The other issue is, they don't make money. The father doesn't make a lot of money, and I mean, makes very little, I think. And he sends a little bit over to her a couple times a month. And I'm like, what if something happens to this baby? Who's going to take care of it? I mean, if this babies always get sick. Babies always have some type of sickness at some point and need hospitalization. I don't know of a baby who hasn't something. Is he going to be able to pay for this? Or is the pressure going to come on me to cover these costs? And I already told Da, I've told her multiple times, this baby is not mine, not my responsibility. I'm not taking care of it. We'll help with stuff. We'll help, but I'm not taking care of this baby. It's not my responsibility. And I think sometimes she just wonders if, I think she kind of hopes sometimes that I'll change my mind, or we'll just wait and see. They're kind of wait, she's a kind of wait and see. Well, let's see, let's wait and see. And I'm like, I want to be prepared. So I ended up going a little long-winded here. And I know to some people out there, I'm sorry if it sounds mean, I'm just being real. I'm processing this. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I mean, I could kick him out. I could kick her out. That might not sit well with the family. I'm trying to find a way, figure out a way, how can we make this work? Where I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells in my own house because of a baby. I can't do things because of a baby. You know, this morning I woke up at 2 in the morning and I'm tiptoeing in the kitchen trying to find stuff to cook some eggs, and I couldn't find anything because every time I move somewhere, it's moved. Something's moved or changed. And I never cooked with the stove before, this gas stove. So I couldn't figure out how to turn it on. And I didn't want to wake them up because the room is right there at the door, and right there at the kitchen. And I know if the kitchen is, if the baby wakes up, then they're all waking up, because there's 4 people sleeping in that room, and the 2 grandmas are sleeping outside in the tuco, in the hut. It's cute. I asked them, do they love it? They said, yeah, really cool. It's really cool, like weather, comfortable. So yeah, I'm talking about this a lot more than I expected, but I'm really trying to process this and figure out what to do, because I don't want to have any issues with her family. I don't want to have any problems with this, with her because of this. You know, sometimes I imagine myself just saying, okay, if this is how it is, then I'm leaving. I hate to do that. I'm just thinking, you know, when I get really frustrated about thinking about it, I'm like, okay, then I'll just go live somewhere else, because this is not my little person to take care of. She did it to herself with the guy. They have to take care of their own problems. I'm not calling the baby a problem, but it is kind of a problem for me. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind, but I don't know. But you know, the issue is her living there gives us a lot of freedom, because Da and I we could come and go anytime we want. And because her sister will just take care of everything beautifully. No worries, total 150% trust, clean everything, and everything is well kept. She manages it. She's really awesome. We just have this little obstacle, this little challenge to figure out how to work this out, where I'm not going to feel like I'm living in my house that doesn't feel like it can be my house, because this little person. She's cute. She's really cute. For the first year, she didn't cry at all. I mean, super quiet. But now it's like every other hour, crying over this, that, running around, picking stuff up, putting crap in her mouth, you know. And I can tell that her sister's a little nervous about it, because they don't want to upset me, and I don't want to upset them. I mean, we really love each other. They're really fantastic family. I really am fortunate. So I just pray to God to give me some wisdom on this, and sort through this, and I'll figure it out. But yeah, beautiful night. I'm glad I came out for a walk in the end. It's going on 7 o'clock. This ended up again the long spiel. I'm really rambling, but it's nice to process this. Anyway, guys, cut me some slack if I sound mean. I'm not. I'm just, you know, everybody's got what they want. Everybody's got their vision for how they're. I take my responsibilities. You know, I don't want to take other people's responsibilities if I don't have to. Anyway, here I go again. Okay, if you have any advice, give me some down below. What do you think? Were you ever in this situation? What would you say? what would you say to me? What would be your advice? I'd be kind, please. I know it might be a sensitive subject for some people out there, but I mean, it is for me. I think if I was listening to someone tell me the story, I'd be like, I'd kick him out. Yeah, but you know, when you have that emotional, when you have that love factor, I mean, I love them, that makes things harder. And I know they would have a very hard time if I did that. So anyway, everybody, God bless. This is Troy at Winding Down Chronicles of an Expat, transitioning into early retirement. I'm not retired yet, but I'm getting there. It's the beginning of week 21. Take care, God bless, and take it slow. My wife's family really likes this hut. They're in here all day, sleeping, eating Laos style. And it's waterproofed for the rain, so they can sleep out here at night. They say they really like it because it's cold, but they waterproofed it, and it's good enough. They just use the fan, the aircon. Easy living, easy living. Secret, huh? So you're gonna eat the hat. You eat the hat? Oh!